Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 14th to the 20th. This is for Virgo, Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. And we are going to jump right into it, Virgo. This is a week where you may feel some shifts. We have the big full moon in Aries, but there's a lot of other energies happening this week. You know, Mars, the Sun, and Pluto. That's kind of like a big they're in this tangle. All right, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but the first thing I want to say, Virgo, is I really just try to avoid overworking this week. This is a week where energies can be a little bit draining with some of the aspects that are happening, even physical energy. Remember, Mars is in Cancer. He's been here about 2 months at this point, almost 2 months. And remember, Mars doesn't do, he's not great in Cancer. So he's getting a little antsy, okay? And Mars is physical energy. So just try not to overwork. There is like burnout energy. Let's please just try to avoid that energy. Okay. Now, the second thing is I really want you to pay attention to Monday to Thursday, because this is when we have Mercury that just moved into Scorpio and Venus overlapping. So you have all that energy there in Scorpio. All right. So this is a time where it is, being in touch with your higher self. It's, you may be having really deep conversations, important conversations, a lot of deep reflections around this time. Scorpio rules your third house, so communication could be really highlighted for you. All right, with the conversations you have to have, intellect, thinking, even like commerce. If you're here for that, there is also a tendency with this type of aspect happening for y'all, for Virgos, like truths really could be revealed. Again, this is your third house, so a lot of like communication, writing as well, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, and something with short distance travel. Actually, some of y'all actually may be traveling, because it's also a time where you could be moved by, your passions, and there could be something here with love and money as well. But I would, I always say travel is a force of good. So, take that short trip, All right. Now, the other thing is a lot of new energies happening for y'all, especially coming after that eclipse in Libra, and a lot of finances. There may be some activity with finances, with money, income. We'll talk about that when we get to this full moon. But that new moon solar eclipse in Libra was in your second house of income, salary, but also self-worth, self-value, things that you value. So you're probably already going through this change, new beginnings that are happening, just really moving, thinking about your investment in your passions, okay, and your goals and your transformation. So this week we kick it off on October 14th on Monday with the Sun square Mars, and you're pretty much going to feel this throughout the week, maybe even throughout the month. The Sun is also going to square Pluto, and so this is. And at this point, you're also going to start feeling that Mars-Pluto opposition that we will have in November, where the energy is really strong, all right, at the beginning of November. And of course, we'll talk about it more in November, but I just want you to think of this as your breakthroughs. There's some breakthroughs that could be happening here. But remember to handle things with grace and be, very diplomatic about things, because Mars is getting, like I said, really competitive now. He's a very competitive planet. And really, he's put on his aviators. He's getting like that. And so just consider, I've been saying this on the other signs, like playing that one-on-one basketball game, horse, I think it's called, with Mars. Mars is just all over you, okay? He's not letting you take your shot. So this is, and also he's tingling with Chiron here at this point, the wounded healer. So this is a really good time to do some internal work. Remember, Mars in Cancer is all about emotional growth. So there could be some moments this week where things are testing you a little bit, but remember, have that emotional growth. Mars in Cancer is your 11th house of there could be something here with a friend, a group that you belong to, something that has to do with a community. Secondly, it is, the 11th house is your hopes, your wishes, and dreams as well. So there is a little bit of a squeeze here, but I really want you to, this is a good week to just, slow down. Remember, I said your monthly forecast, like this is a month to just take it easy, okay? Mars is physicality, and it's, squaring the sun. The sun is a life force. Purpose, right? So don't overburden yourself. And remember, some people could be a little bit sensitive around this time. that is with this type of aspect. Some people could be just, a little bit fired up. With that said, don't let people maybe just fishing for arguments around this time. Okay. So remember, you are on your karmic journey. Don't let anyone get in your way. Don't let anyone pull you into their low energy frequency. Don't let anyone take away your power. All right, Virgo, this is your journey. All right. This is your journey. Always remember to be your authentic self. Okay. And it is just a time where you might want to take, do some breath work, take yoga, do something to be in touch with your higher self. Focus on your path to enlightenment, and you're going to be invincible. All right. Now, the same day, Venus will be opposite Uranus. So this is a time where again, there may be something here with travel. All right. Just keep that in mind. Maybe not seeing eye to eye. If you're planning a trip, maybe your partner wants to go to Rome, you want to go to, Atlanta, Georgia, whatever it is. Remember, it's all about compromise. It's all about compromise. But Venus opposite Uranus, there may be some surprises here. That's what Uranus does, bring surprises, the unexpected. Could be something with relationships, something that brings you pleasure, maybe intimacy, maybe money here as well. All right. But there is a sense of like spirituality. There could be a sudden moment of spiritual awakening, even clarity for you, because it is your ninth house of higher mind. So just keep that in mind, okay? Just sudden moments here, maybe out of the blue. Now, the other thing is with Uranus is in Taurus, by the way, in your ninth house. So there could also be something here that may be actually really good for you, all right? So just remember, there is potential for something to be very stimulating, all right, for you and the way that you see things. Remember, your higher mind, all right, your philosophies as well, maybe even something with publishing, broadcasting, and education as well. Now, Tuesday, October 15th, we have Venus trine Neptune. I know, I need to get my glasses. I'm just like, ah. So October 15th, now we're on Tuesday, Venus trines Neptune. So I absolutely love this for you. As you know, Neptune is with Saturn in Pisces in your seventh house. Partnerships, relationships, a lot of y'all have been having emphasis there, one-on-one commitments, for some time, but this is absolutely amazing. All the blue asterisks, as a reminder, the best aspects of the week. This is great for romance. It's very sensual. It's very dreamy, okay? Creative energy, huge burst of creative energy, imagination here, imagination soaring, unicorns, Picasso, Banksy, all of that. Okay. This is really great if you're an artist. Go enjoy the arts, go to a museum. I mean, this is the time, okay, maybe with a partnership, but maybe just the way that you're seeing partnerships around this time as well. But it is so beautiful. Really use this aspect. I always say use these aspects in your favor. Use it, put it in your favor. Okay. Now we come to October 17th. This is Thursday. We've got that full super moon in Aries. So October 17th, 18th, depending on where you live. This is strong cardinal energy. It's a Mars ruled full moon. So it's strong. It's really strong. And it's in Aries, which rules your eighth house. So finances, love, something big here, something really big. And it could be your personal transformation that is part of the eighth house, really going deep to have this transformation. Now, there's something happening around this time. We call it a cardinal cross, grand cross, Aries. The moon being in Aries, right? Cardinal sign. And then you've got Mars in Cancer, Sun in Libra, Pluto in Capricorn, all cardinal signs. So use this cardinal energy as leadership energy. So use this energy to own it and take action. All right. In terms of your transformation. Now, this is, it's the moon's going to be opposite, the sun, obviously. It's squaring Mars. The sun's going to be squaring Mars, as I mentioned. Opposite Pluto. It's, again, this tangle of planets. It's almost like they're having this dance off and they all want to win, all right? Dancing with the planets, right? Not the stars, the planets. So this is a lot of, you could consider it's like egos at play. This is a sensitive time. People will likely have heightened emotions. They could be saying things they don't mean to say, getting angry about like the littlest things, maybe getting frustrated about the littlest things. And just keep that in mind. It's something. Remember, all about your emotional growth, your spiritual growth. You hold on to that energy, all right? Because it could be the tiniest things. Like I said, like someone drank the last, I don't know, Gatorade or whatever, right? Nobody clapped when you chop that coconut open. Does anybody get that reference? Does anybody watch Survivor? Either way, emotions are going to be high. Okay, so remember, you are made of energy. Everything is made of energy. That is not just Hermetic principles. That is quantum physics. That is Albert Einstein. So I want you to keep that in mind, because when I say everything is made of energy, your thoughts, the words that come out of your mouth. All right. So remember, emotions. Emotions are neutral. Trace it back to its etymological roots. Emotions, emotere, energy in motion. All right. So always move toward your higher self. You want to put that energy toward those high frequencies. You want to vibrate at this high frequency. You've heard of the law of attraction. That's what's going to get you through this, okay? So explore your emotions, evolve with your emotions. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Your future self is watching you right now. You are on a karmic journey. Have that karmic journey that you deserve, all right? So with Mars, with us approaching Mars opposite Pluto, we'll obviously talk about that more in your November forecast. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. And so I'm just going to bring this up here. Mars is actually exalted in Capricorn. Pluto is there. And so remember, Mars is feisty. He's looking at Pluto. He's saying, you're in my house. Get out of my house. Get out of my house. Remember, he's being really feisty. Mars, the god of war, right? So this is just, and he really wants to get to Leo, by the way. And he will soon, okay? He will soon. But just for now, again, emotions could be really heightened. Now, Pluto and Capricorn, remember, like I said in your last week's reading, went direct. Fifth house, love, relationships, creativity, self-expression. Don't let anyone block your creativity, your creative moments, your self-expression. All right. So there's a lot happening here. And Mars, again, your 11th house. So there just may be something not seeing eye to eye with a community or a friendship here. I, by the way, have Mars in Cancer. I've talked about this natally in my chart from the very first breath that I took. I've worked with Mars in Cancer. You can learn how to use these energies, okay, to your advantage. So just trust your intuition. That's got to really make a big difference. But just know this is going to be a strong full moon where with full moons, things are illuminated, things are revealed. And so this is a strong super moon that you can feel a few days before, a few days after. With that said, it is still, completion, something coming to even like a turning point. Remember, I said to think about what happened for you in April, right? When we had that new moon total solar eclipse in Aries. This is the corresponding full moon. And so again, that was your 8th house. So what was changing in your life around that time? Because you're moving toward this turning point. There's something happening here, and there could be something ending. But just remember, you could also be rewarded here. All right, you could be rewarded here. Aries kicks off the zodiac. It is really strong. All right. So there is something that can be really special here for you. Something enterprising too, something very inspiring, something very invigorating, even entrepreneurial. Remember, it is in your 8th house. So there could be something here with business partners, shared resources as well. All right. Investments, bonuses, commissions, inheritance, royalties, loans, all of that. All right. Sorry about that. There's construction that they're doing across the street, and sometimes they do it while I'm doing these videos, and it just gets really loud. So here I am the next day. Okay, so just picking up where I left off, the thing I was about to tell you is that during this full moon, Jupiter is actually in a good spot. Now, I know that I said last week that Jupiter is not going to have any other aspects for the rest of the month. Well, listen, Jupiter is in a good spot and really striving to bring you, abundance and good fortune and luck around this time, okay? But Jupiter is detriment in Gemini, and Jupiter is also, retrograde at this point. and all the other aspects are just a lot stronger. So yeah, some of y'all still may feel that energy, which is really nice, with Jupiter, just like, oh, let me help, let me help. And remember, Jupiter and Gemini in your 10th house, a lot of y'all may feel this in career, okay? The other thing is there are some underlying aspects as well. There's, Uranus is in a great spot, really good time during this full moon to just, think outside the box toward your goals. This is also a time where you may have those breakthroughs, okay? I do like Pluto in a good spot here, and this is a great full moon for healing because Chiron is active here, conjuncting the full moon, and again, that is your eighth house of transformation. So have that, reflection, have that release that you need for relief, okay? But just don't stop going after what you want and what you deserve, and don't be distracted by, any noise around you or anyone that may have like their stickers out. Always be the best version of yourself and vibrate at that high frequency, okay? Because, when you do, it has an impact on others, okay? And they start vibrating at a high frequency. So you see how just doing that makes everything within your orbit a lot easier, okay? Venus, as you see, will sextile Pluto. Now, this is enormous. Venus is having this one last dance with Pluto before changing signs. So this is having at 29 degrees, very strong degree, critical degree. So it gives you a lot of power here. I absolutely love this for you. Okay, so there could be a lot of really strong energy, action, activities around relationships and finances, and money, shared resources. But at the same time, remember Pluto is in Capricorn, your fifth house of joy and pleasure, children. All right, as well as creativity, self-expression, true love. So I mean, this is Venus and Pluto. So really strong energy, especially relationships and love. Now, you see that same day Venus eventually moves into Sagittarius, where it will be here for, until November 11th. So we've got Venus in Sagittarius for a while. And this is so great. This is very optimistic, very carefree, pleasure seeking, okay? Gaining wisdom. You might be open to taking risks and chances, maybe being a little bit more spontaneous around this time. Sagittarius does rule your fourth house, so a lot of energy around home, real estate, family, children, your parents, significant other, things that have to do with home, decorating maybe. There could also be a sense of, like, I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all are thinking about moving and things like that. There could be some activity over the weekend, or just doing something really nice within your domestic sector. All right. So, and you may have career on your mind, and there may be some, great moments with career over the weekend with the fact that the moon will be in Gemini. Okay. So, really, really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the week of October 14th to the 20th. For Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. And if you want to read for any of their placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. Ooh. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Virgo, I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm a Virgo moon. And listen, when I talk about like overdoing things, you're Virgos. You're Virgos. My mom's a Virgo. I've had that Virgo. My dog's a Virgo. I like all my life. So this is, again, try to avoid like overworking, like any sort of burnout energy, because these type of aspects can bring it. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on. All right. Oh, there you go. There you go. Very interesting. Very interesting. Look at that. There is going to be a little bit of, and that's so funny that I talk about that, like burnout energy, like really, really avoid that this week. A lot of it's going to be happening up here. Okay. You may have a lot on your mind. All right. You are the analytical, you know what I mean? Like, but listen, you got the Wheel of Fortune, and you're going to be good by it. You're going to be fine, by the way. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So great, 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 great. Really amazing. new paths. Things are happening for you. Things are happening for you. I mean, I would encourage you to see your last week's reading, but this is really great that the Wheel of Fortune came up in your path. So, again, a lot of career energy that could be happening for you. A lot of y'all could have been moving into new careers, thinking about new professions. There is this sense of just new paths, okay? And even if you didn't know which was the right path, you may have felt like that pull in a certain direction. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is actually attributed to Jupiter. So, I mean, good fortune and luck and, faith. And this card is like this fated moment. Remember, we're coming after eclipse season as well. So this is really great. And if even if you're not here for career, it's just like there are new things happening for you. All right. There is this sense of like the universe above looking down at you, Virgo, and saying, that Virgo, they've been going through, some moments. So we're gonna fast track them. We're gonna open doors for them. We're gonna open new paths for them. Now, very interesting because you also got the Five of Wands in the heart of your spread, but it's also with the Ten of Wands in your challenge area. And so when I say this is a week to just work with the energies, and it's going to be at like the slower pace as well, but avoid those, anything that's going to be over analyzing, overthinking, or overdoing things, overextending yourself, okay? Because the Five of Wands, it's a lot of egos at play in this card. It is a challenge card. It's the least challenging of the challenge cards. It's just kids swinging their wands in the air. And so there's going to be a little bit of noise. And again, there may be, it's like you're the bear and some people are like poking you, right? So there's going to be some of those moments. Just keep that in mind. But I am getting more, it's going to be internal, okay? Now, a lot of it is, with the fact that you have the Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands, really, really avoid that burnout energy, okay? A lot of the Ten of Wands, it has that energy, like overdoing it, working too much, working too hard, a sense of like bringing this burden upon yourself. All right. But, the great thing is that it is a 10, 10, you've got Wheel of Fortune, card 10 here as well. 1-0 equals 110 is the end of the suit, right? So have that moment of what do you need to release? Okay. There may be something here that you're working really hard over and maybe not even, maybe not seeing eye to eye with some people this week. But remember, it's all about compromise. It's all about, your frequency, your energy. Don't let anyone take away your power, take away your energy, okay? But also, don't be in a place where you are going to, it's almost like paying attention to the things that you need to and not being afraid to have those moments, confront those moments if there is anything challenging, all right? Don't hold things in, all right? Now, you got the devil in your crown. So again, another just card that's reinforcing, hey, let's let some things go. I've got some things that I've got to release. The devil. You see the two people from the Lovers card chained to the devil here. So yeah, it could be something with partnerships, relationships. You've had Saturn in Pisces for a while, right? Just in general, but it doesn't even have to do with partnerships and relationships. It's just, what is that one thing that you're recognizing, like, this is not serving me well, it's draining my energy. That's what I mean. You see the wing, the devil is an energy vampire. And so there's something taking up so much headspace. And so let's it's a time to like come to a point where you can surrender. Okay, you can surrender it. Now the devil, everything like obsessions, codependency, vices, bad behaviors, pessimistic thinking, that's all, associated with the devil card. All right. So it's for you to recognize what it is that I've got to let this go. I've got to let this go. And it could be something that you may be indulging in. That could be also a thing, especially because the devil is Capricorn. Remember, Pluto is in Capricorn in your 5th house, and that's like pleasure and love and everything I mentioned earlier. So there could be something there where it's just like, okay, there's something here that I'm obsessing over, or something that maybe I am in, a toxic relationship, but I'm not doing anything about it. And now it's just like, now I'm trying to work my way to have this work out, when deep down inside, I know that's not what I want. I know I want true love rather than like friends with benefit situation, or maybe I have a toxic boss and I just kind of like go along with it when deep down inside that's not right. Do you know what I mean? Like, have those moments. You've got the 10 of cups. You want this change. You see, that's your third 10. And so remember, 10 is the end. 10 is the end. 10 is the end of the suit. So there is this is a like happy everything. This is a lot of joy, a lot of contentment. Like, this is you see the happy couple, you see the happy children, everything that, Pluto and Capricorn is representing, like in that fifth house area for you. But even still, this is complete enlightenment, the only rainbow in tarot. This is really, really great. Okay. And so a lot of y'all are thinking about this next step. It's almost like this tug of war that may be happening, but it's all about just looking at this. Don't overextend yourself trying to make things, like forcing things, okay? But also see eye to eye with people, and then up here just have that release, okay? Something may be taking up way too much headspace this week, all right? Identify what it is and say bye-bye, all right? Hit the road, Jack. And then you've got the Page of Swords, which is really great. I mean, there is this new way of seeing things, new way of thinking, having this enthusiasm about it. The sword's the mental suit, all right? Intellect, logic, thinking, processing, communicating. He's ready to go. He's eager, okay? This is someone who says, boom, let's do it. It's a page. And that's the other thing, messenger, right? Pages are the messenger. So there could be this great message coming through, but you've got to work on this energy. I'm going to clarify that 5 of Wands. Yeah, and then you got the Knight of Swords. So wow, you can it really is all about the headspace here, all right? With that devil in your crown, and then, this 5 of Wands energy. Don't be too like impulsive. Like, the Knight of Swords can be like very quick and impulsive, and like he's like fiery. You can see the fire under his feet, but use that energy in terms of breaking free from this, okay? Breaking free, again, with that everything that's happening up here. And you've got the Knight of Swords with the Page of Swords. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. So there could be like brand new insights, brand new ways of seeing things that really open up your world, all right? So really, really nice. Let's get to your stuff. Virgo, oh my goodness, y'all, what a week. If you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what is going on. Talk to me. I mean, like, just me being a Virgo moon, right? And having, with my mom being a Virgo, I get it. If you're a Virgo moon, by the way, you know that it's like all about service to others. You're doing a lot of things for other people, making them happy. And, you need time for yourself too. Okay. You need time for yourself. Virgo moon is like, okay, let me get this done. I got to do this. And what's next? Like, it's just for other people, but have your moment this week. Okay. And I love y'all Virgos. All right. So, okay. Yeah. You work with that energy, you're going to be absolutely fine. Just remember, make room, okay? And again, a lot of things here are indicating like having that stillness of mind. There you go. 8 of Pentacles. This is your card, by the way. This card is actually attributed to Sun in Virgo. Now, here's the great thing about the 8 of Pentacles is that, yeah, a lot of y'all are working toward your goals, your legacy, okay? Not being distracted. This is like that Karate Kid energy. Wax on, wax off. Practice makes perfect. Whistling while you work, but not being distracted. What did I say earlier? Don't be distracted. Don't let others distract you from your goal, okay? From what you want. Everything, your finish line, all right? So this is really great. So there could be a sense of like progress in terms of finances, in terms of career, like things that you want. Okay, so again, just don't be distracted. This is really nice. You also have the 4 of Swords here. Okay, in your external factors area, this is all about that stillness of mind, that stillness of mind, that meditation, everything that I've been saying. And so this is great. Have that everything aligning, chakras aligning. This is so much light coming through, so much comfort here. Have that like retreat of the mind. Step back for a second, right? And just go within, okay? Just calm the mind. You even see the swords here pointing down to his heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra. Like when I talk about working with those chakras, like it's going to be something that helps, okay? And you're going to feel it. This is going to be really great. There really could be something here where there is a sense of, again, just working with these energies. It's almost like you are knowing there's something that like, okay, I got to
let this go, and that's gonna everything starts here, right? For with this spread, like here, okay. So again, make room, okay. Let surrendering the things that you know that you've got to surrender, and then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, another Virgo card, which is really great. So here's the thing: you you're on a mission. You have a goal in sight. You know you want to get to this. This is prosperity. This is success. This is all these pentacles raining down. I mean, remember you've got a lot of money activity with this full moon in Aries in your, eighth house, and then you've got all this Libra energy coming out after that eclipse in your second house. That's, that salary, income, finances, assets. It's, things that you value. It's things in your material world. This is coming into your physical reality, and it's another 10. Like this is really big. Okay, so remember, you're working toward that. You're working toward that with that Eight of Pentacles energy. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. uh this is really big. And then you've got the Hierophant. All right, so go within, go within. All right, be your, spiritual leader. He is a big spiritual leader, right? So this is someone who has that deep sacred knowledge, right? He's got the keys, standing between the, two the gray columns, gray and Terra's wisdom. We say it's like, from Solomon's temple. You've heard about the wisdom of Solomon. This is the first card in the major arcana where other people appear other than the main figure. Okay, so when I say he's a leader, a big leader, right? You need people to lead, to be a leader. And so there is a sense again of you rising up, but in this spiritual way too. In this, and remember, I've talked about like those structures, those systems. What I love about the fact that the Hierophant showed up is the Hierophant is attributed to Taurus. Okay, remember Taurus does rule your ninth house of spirituality, higher mind, being in touch with your higher mind, your philosophies, the way that you see things. So again, rising above. Okay, and this is the merging of like physical mind and higher mind here with what's going on here. So this is really wonderful, and just bringing structure, bringing this sense of structure that makes sense for you. Okay, but a lot of it will have to do with, please, please, please don't overextend yourself. Don't, get to a point where there's just so much going up for mental exhaustion here. Don't let other people provoke you with that Five of Wands energy. And yes, it could also be you. Remember, everyone's emotions can be heightened, all right, around this time. So yeah, it could be you that is, let's say, like you're in, I don't know, maybe not seeing eye to eye, quarrel with like a relationship, job, career, family, whatever it is. But it just keeps going and it keeps going and it keeps going. It's like, when is it ever going to end? Well, you can make it end with all these tens. You got Wheel of Fortune. You got, the Ten of Cups. You got uh, Ten of Pentacles here. You got the Ten of Wands here. I mean, remember, it's setting yourself up for this new cycle. Okay. All right. So, but there is possibly a message that can come through. And again, when you're in touch with your intuition, when you really connect, we all have intuition, right? But what matters most is connecting with it. You could have some messages come through your intuition as well. But it does seem like there is this new way of seeing things, thinking, bringing you this enthusiasm. There's also possibly a message coming through. There's also probably someone coming through with a message as well for you. But have that stillness in mind. It's going to serve you best. And then coming out on top with, that Hierophant. Okay, so love this. Just please do not overextend yourself. Virgo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, we will talk about, there's a lot happening next week too. We do move into Scorpio season. Okay, so that really heightens communication for you. So remember, keep those lines of communication open. Oh, look at all this light coming through. Wow. I am doing this in the morning. Well, thank you so much, Virgo. And next, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And yeah, next week, we'll talk about everything that's happening next week. All right. Thank you so much, Virgo. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.